Hi guys, I hope you are all having a very nice day today. I'm sorry if you can hear some weird background noise. I have a window open that I'm sitting next to because it's kind of hot today, and I don't feel like burning up just for the sake of a video, so if you hear like cars driving by or birds or anything like that, I'm sorry, it's just my neighborhood noises. But anyways, I also wanted to say I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded for the past, I think it's been about 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks. Unfortunately, almost directly after I posted my last video, I think it was probably 2 or 3 days afterwards, my dog passed away pretty unexpectedly, and it was really hard on everybody in my family, and I figured that it would probably be better for me to just take a break from myself and not try to, overdo anything and just let myself rest and take some time and stuff like that. So I'm back and I'm feeling up to making videos again. Unfortunately, all of the other videos that I had planned kind of had to be put on the back burner, so I haven't been doing any research, unfortunately. But now that I'm feeling better, I'm hoping to get those videos out by probably the end of this month, I'm hoping. But anyways, so I'm sorry for just opening the video with like, oh, this tragic thing happened. I know that that's kind of, not the best way to open a video, but I just wanted to give you guys like an explanation as to why I haven't been uploading. Now that I've, explained all the things to you guys, let's just hop right into the r/anti-MLM subreddit as per usual on this channel. Joins and spends $700 on Monate, but then realizes she needs rent money. Who would be interested in purchasing a whole bunch of unopened/unused Monate products for me for super cheap? I have close to $700 worth, and I'm trying to sell it all for $150 as soon as possible. And there's screenshots of the comments. Somebody said Monate is the devil. I agree. Somebody asked, "Are you getting out of the business?" And then the OP responds, "I am trying to get enough for my rent, and I bought up all these products and backup products and need rent." Oh my god, there is... What? That's freaking gross. Hello. Get off my couch. I'm sorry. There was an earwig just crawling on my couch like it was nobody's business. Like, excuse me, sir. I'm trying to film here. Anyways, basically, she needs rent money because she spent it all on Monate. Listen, I am no expert in life, right? I am 18 years old. I don't have a lot of life experience, but something that I feel like is common sense that a lot of people should know, and if you don't, if this is something that you never thought of, like, I'm not gonna, like, blame it on you or anything. Some people just don't think about these things. But it is important when you move out and you're living on your own and stuff to think of things like this, like what's more important, getting extra products from the MLM that you're in, or making sure you're able to pay your rent so you don't get kicked out of the house you're living in, something that my mom always told me, and I'm sure this is something that, other people have told you before if you're a fellow young adult, is always pay your rent before you buy things you don't need, because stuff like this could happen where you buy too much stuff that you genuinely don't need when instead you should be paying your rent. Reading this Instagram post took a year off my life, and it's tagged with Enagic, which is an MLM I've never heard of before. Yes, it's shaped like a pyramid, but what organization or business isn't? Well, I can think of a few. Think about it. I just did. If you're working for someone else, they most likely are working for someone else, who is working for someone else, and so on. You'll always have the boss of the boss. It's just the way any business is structured. That's not necessarily true, but okay. But unlike a regular job within network marketing, you actually have the ability to choose where on the pyramid I want to be. What? Within network marketing, you actually have the ability to choose where on the pyramid I want to be. I mean, doesn't everybody want to be on the top of the pyramid? Like, is she suggesting that people in, like, corporate jobs can't move up the corporate ladder to the position that they want? Okay. Let's just keep going. I'm thinking too much into this. You work for you. The rest is just team effort. That's not really true. I mean, you work for a company when you're in multi-level marketing. You work as a marketer for a company. Anyways. Debunk the idea that pyramid structures and network marketing is something bad and shameful, but instead look at it as a life-changing opportunity that has impacted tons of people. Well, let me just say, I don't think that being a part of an MLM/network marketing company is inherently shameful. It's something that a lot of people have gotten into, and a lot of people have luckily gotten out of, or that people are still in, but, you know, they're still, like, it doesn't make them bad people, obviously, but pyramid structures, pyramid schemes, should I say, network marketing schemes, MLM schemes, I would say that those as a whole, as a structure, are absolutely bad and shameful. And, you know, MLMs can be very life-changing and can impact tons of people, but a lot of the times it is not in a positive way. How about we just say that? I got an influencer's ketone page shut down, and it's tagged with "prove it," because of course. There is an Instagram influencer local to me with a sizable following, and last year I got her Prove It page shut down. I had initially followed her for fashion content, and then slowly but surely I noticed she was posting crappy ketone drinks sachets in with some of her posts. I don't know if, is it sachets or sachets, maybe? I don't know. This then grew to constant posts on her stories and ultimately a dedicated Ketone Prove It distributor account that she promoted and tagged in her fashion blogger account. The page included constant grid posts, stories, and reels with insane health claims, such as ketones helping with infertility, autoimmune diseases, and directly burning fat. That's interesting. I unfollowed her on my original account and didn't think any more of it until I saw one of her Prove It posts and followers were commenting on her pictures that they hoped ketones would help them conceive and lose weight as they were at a breaking point. Jesus Christ. That was the final straw. I took screenshots of everything on her Prove It Instagram account and sent them to the ASA, Advertising Standards Authority UK. So it turns out not only had I reported her, but so had 6 other people. The staff at the ASA were super helpful and kept me informed with regular updates. Eventually, I was contacted and told that her content and the complaints were received and found to be in breach of multiple rules, mainly that food products cannot be advertised as treating, preventing, or curing human disease, and that Prove It shouldn't be marketed in the UK as their products contained R-beta, watch me completely butcher this, hydroxybutyrate, maybe? Which has not been cleared for sale in the UK. That's interesting. I wonder how well that's going to go over for Prove It Huns in the UK. It's a small win, but I hoped I saved some people from being scammed, as well as duped by false health claims. As someone who struggled to conceive, I felt really hurt for those poor people who thought they were buying her £200 a month ketone subscription would help with their fertility problems. I wish I had posted this to the sub a year ago when it happened, but I figured better late than never. Honestly, I applaud you, person from the UK. I appreciate this effort so much. It may be a small win, but it is a win nonetheless. Hopefully this influencer learned her lesson. She probably didn't, unfortunately, but hopefully at the very least, a handful of people were saved from buying into this bullshit. So, thank you for helping out those poor people. Jesus Christ. I can't even. That's just. I get like so frustrated sometimes with people like this that I like can't even gather my thoughts because they're all like running around in my brain and I can't grab them. But I can't imagine how disgusting of a person you would have to be selling something that may or may not even help with weight loss, but are advertising it as helping with stuff so serious that people can be really desperate to find help for. That to me, I can't even comprehend being in that brain space. Like, I would not be able to sleep at night, honestly. Ugh. Speaking of the UK, this was posted on the subreddit. Hello, Hattie.Louise on antiMLM TikTok has shared this petition asking the government to regulate MLMs. This felt like a good place to share. This is for the government to regulate MLMs in the UK. I don't know if you can tell by my accent, but I'm not from the UK. But I am putting the petition in either the description or in the comments section, one or the other. If you are from the UK, please go sign it, and hopefully there will be able to make some type of substantial difference to help people in the UK from not being scammed by MLMs. Which MLM is currently pushing anti-fragrance BS? All over Instagram, women are announcing their homes are fragrance-free and that scented items, candles, laundry detergent, soap are the same as smoking cigarettes. The amount of people posting this can't be a coincidence. I assume this is related to some MLM, but I can't find anything without forever screwing up my algorithm. I will tell you straight off, it is almost definitely an essential oils MLM because I have heard the exact same thing about scented candles from Young Living people before. I have been told that having a scented candle in your room for like an hour is the same as like smoking one cigarette or something weird. And it's obviously not true. I mean, you shouldn't be burning candles for like too much because, yeah, the smoke can be bad for your lungs, but it's not as bad as actually smoking cigarettes. And laundry detergent and soap that is scented is not, I feel so dumb saying this. It's not the same as smoking cigarettes, okay? You don't need to worry about getting lung cancer for having scented soap. You will be fine. But yeah, it's almost definitely Young Living, doTERRA, or another obscure essential oil company. I found my people. I'm trying to figure out if I should give up on my now ex best friend since she's been brainwashed by Young Living. We've been friends for 25 plus years, and ever since Young Living, I truly don't know who she is anymore. Screenshots for examples. I just wanted to say before I start showing the screenshots that a lot of them are taking from what looks like stories probably, so they're going to be cropped weird just so that I can show the text that is said instead of like what's going on in the pictures, just because I can't really show the full picture on my little editing screen. So I'm sorry about that, but anyways. So she said, taking a break to breathe and use oils for emotional support to think good thoughts. This practice is called making a scent tent, and basically she's holding the oils up to her mouth with her hands in kind of a prayer pose, if that makes any sense. Then she says, "Real talk, there have been a few times over the past week or so that I felt so disappointed in myself. Those scenarios that looked like someone suffering from a sore throat, OCD, or stress, and I have tools that work for me in my purse, but I'm too afraid of what they'll think to offer them to them." I can tell you exactly what they'll think if you try to offer essential oils to help somebody with a sore throat, a mental disorder, or stress. They'll probably tell you to piss off, but, okay. It's not in my nature to hold something that might help others back, so I'm committing to stepping further into being bold, owning what I found, and moving on when that meets resistance. Well, I hate to break it to you, but you might be moving on a lot because there's a lot of resistance, especially to essential oils. You want to tell me it doesn't work for you? Fine, but it's not fair of me to not offer something that's completely changed my wellness game. And there's just like an ass load of hashtags, which is, par for the course when it comes to MLMers. But I feel like people shouldn't have to tell you that something didn't work for them. Like, why not, instead of being up in people's business all the time trying to sell things, why don't you just leave people alone? Because, like, for instance, if I went on my, Twitter, I don't even have Twitter. I made a burner account once, but that was it. Like, if I went on Twitter, right, and I was like, oh, my anxiety is so bad today, with like a sad emoji or something, and then I had some person be like, oh, well, like, let me DM you, like, lavender essential oils has like completely saved me from my anxiety. I'd be like, no, leave me alone. Stop trying to send the message to random people on the internet that essential oils are going to cure every form of illness or disease that anybody could have ever. Like, it's just not the case. Anyways, sorry for ripping into that one particular post. Stuff like that just really sets me off. I hate unsolicited advice more than anything in the world. But anyways, the next particular posts involve ingesting essential oils, so that's not good. In this one, she says, adding 1 drop of orange to my sleepy time tea for digestion support. Listen, I'm no doctor, not gone to medical school. I'm not trained professionally. I haven't even done like CPR training or anything, but I do know one thing, and that is an essential oil is probably not going to help with digestion support. I mean, they're made to be smelled. I wouldn't like spray perfume in my mouth and be like, ah, yes, this will absolutely help me with stomach issues. I know that perfume and essential is different, but still, the essential oil is a whole different compound from an actual orange. So, maybe don't ingest it. Pro tip, add a drop of lime to your guac. I have a counterproposition. Proposition is the word I'm looking for. I have a counter proposition. How about, instead of putting a thing in food that you are not supposed to eat, why not put in a thing that you can eat? Like, for example, an actual lime. Because I feel like that would be a lot more gentle on your I'm fumbling over my words today. Digestive system than, something you're not supposed to eat. like essential oils. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Pro tip, take a deep breath of thieves and leave it open in the kitchen while cutting onions or shallots to avoid crying. Now, if this actually does work, then that's kind of interesting and also kind of strange. It makes me wonder, like, what's in thieves that makes you not tear up when you're cutting onions, if it actually does work. I mean, I don't know if it does. She could just be totally lying here. But I don't know. I guess if you know, maybe there's like some type of ingredient in it that's like anti-tear. I don't know. I guess if you, for some reason, know why thieves prevents crying, sound off in the comments. Pro tip, roll a little oil on the sides of your mask before putting it on. This girl has a lot of pro tips. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, just an observation. I don't know if this is just to make your mask smell nice, or if this is supposed to be some type of weird health claim, like, ooh, if you put this mixture of oils on the inside of your mask, like, it'll keep you from getting sick. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess if it is just to, like, make your mask smell nice, I don't really see anything wrong with that, although I would be a little nervous about having essential oils being in such close contact with my face, because the skin on my face is a little bit sensitive, and so I would probably break out or get a rash or something. But if it is a health claim, then that's a little shady, a little questionable, a little gross. I wasn't sure what I was getting into when I was introduced to my first diffuser. Now, years later, I can't believe I ever burnt candles in my bedroom or sprayed perfume on my college daybed. The EPA says Americans spend around 90% of their time indoors, where the concentrations of some pollutants are often 2 to 5 times higher than the typical outdoor concentration. Unfortunately, many of the products we use daily are adding to the toxicity inside our homes. But what if they could do the opposite? What if they could help clean the air and support the body? Insert the diffuser with high-quality oils. They're pretty effing cool, with a praise emoji. We literally just talked about this like a couple minutes ago with a whole different post. This is what I'm saying. The Young Living people, they are the culprits. Probably some of the doTERRA people as well. Let me tell you, there's something else, I'm telling you. Like, they really are something else. I don't think that putting essential oils in a diffuser is bad, first of all. That's what essential oils are supposed to be made for. They're supposed to make your house smell nice. But, at the same time, they're not going to clean the air or support your body. They're just gonna make your house smell good. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that's not what they were. Aren't like some type of magical pixie dust in oil form that's just gonna cleanse everything it touches. Like, it's derived from like a plant infused into an oil and then dispersed into the air. It's not gonna cleanse the air. It's just going to make your house smell good. It's kind of weird. The next 2 posts seem to be from an Instagram story, I think, and it's kind of out of context, and I don't have a whole lot to say about them, but I'm just adding them in there just because they were part of the thread. I'm not saying this to shame anyone or any way of living, more so to say that you have the choice to take control. Hopefully inspiring you, not scaring you. Let me know if you need an accountability partner. I'm gonna be honest, some of these posts did scare me a little bit. Now, if you remember, the person who originally posted this was asking for advice about whether they should let go of this friend or not, and I found this really great piece of advice in the comments section. I think it's important to remind yourself that people do change and friendships end sometimes, even just from drifting apart. If you feel you don't want to be friends anymore because of who she is as a person now, whatever the reason for that change, that's totally valid, and you're not obligated to stay friends for any reason. If it were just to say that you hate MLMs, I'd say to try to help her first, but the vibe I get from this post is that you've both just grown apart, for better or worse, and it's okay to let go in this case. Now, unfortunately, I do have some expertise in this area. Over the past year or two, I did unfortunately lose a lot of friends, and I think a lot of people do when they're, around 18, especially like in their late teens. People just kind of realize who they want to be, like, as a now adult. And so, you kind of look at the friends around you and you're just kind of like, are these people that I really want to be hanging around with? Like, do I really understand these people, or do these people even understand me? And I've had to let go of some friends who honestly just were not being good friends at all. And it was really, really rough. And I felt really terrible for the first week or two, just being like, should I have tried reaching out again? Maybe we should have hung out, and maybe we can revive our friendship or whatever. But I think sometimes that is just not really the best way to go about things. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't really work like that. I have run into old friends from my earlier years of high school, and I just kind of I look at them and I'm like, I don't even know who you are. And it kind of hurts, but then at the same time, it's you've grown into yourself, and I'm happy for you, even though we aren't friends anymore. And even though this is a different situation where this person has been totally brainwashed into being kind of a scammer, I think that this person has no obligation to stay friends with this young living con. I think at this point, she's shown herself to not be a good person with the way she's talking about prescribing essential oils for physical and mental illnesses, stuff like that. I think that's not something that good people do. And honestly, sometimes you really just do have to let things go. And I think that that is my piece of advice for the day. So there you go. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I keep messing it up. Well, on that note, I think that's where I'm going to end the video today. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I guess if you did, then like the video, and if you didn't, you can dislike the video. I promise it won't hurt my feelings that much. If you really liked the video, you can check out some of my other videos that I have on this channel, and subscribe if you like my videos. It sounds so awkward. Well, anyways, I guess that's where I'm going to end the video today. I might as well end it on that note, because the video is already getting pretty long. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you did. You can hit the dislike button if you didn't. Leave any thoughts that you may have in the comments below, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Peace out.